Do you think that you are an undisciplined person? I'm quite sure that most people watching this video would answer yes. I can't stay consistent, I always quit, I have no discipline. Guys, it isn't. In fact, I believe that every single person in the world is already disciplined. The only question that you have to ask yourself is what are you disciplined at? Because discipline isn't something that only successful people have. Everyone has it. Some people are disciplined at going to the gym. Other people are disciplined at skipping it. Some people are disciplined at reading every day. Others are disciplined at scrolling TikTok for 3 hours. Some people are disciplined at investing in themselves in order to achieve some results that they want to achieve. Other people are disciplined at making excuses. The society, there are a lot of taxes, and so on. So the real reason that you are not where you want to be isn't because you lack discipline. It's because you've trained yourself to repeat habits that don't serve you. And you know what is the beautiful thing about that? Is that habits can change because you are already disciplined. Think about your morning. Do you wake up and immediately grab your phone? If you do this, congratulations, you are already disciplined. You've repeated this behavior so many times that it has become automatic. Do you order fast food every Friday night? Perfect, you are disciplined. Do you complain every time that life gets difficult? Perfect, you are disciplined. Discipline is simply repetition. And the brain doesn't care whether the habit is good or bad. It only cares about efficiency. The more you repeat something, the easier it becomes. That's why people say, I don't know why I keep doing this. You do, because you've practiced that. So, how to get better at that and improve your habits? Stop identifying yourself, firstly, as an undisciplined person. One of the biggest mistakes that people make is saying, I'm just lazy, I'm not disciplined, I've always been like that. No, you've simply repeated the wrong behaviors long enough that now they become your identity. But the tricky part is that your identity isn't fixed. It's built through repetition. Every action is a vote for the person that you're becoming. The law of cause and effect, right? Every workout, every meal, every book, every excuse, every decision. You are constantly casting votes. The question is, who are you voting to become? And I want to share my personal experience with that when I realized that stuff. I've been training since I was 14 years old, so I started very young. Fitness became a huge part of my life. It gave me confidence, energy, structure, discipline. But at some point when I was 18, 19, I went to university and I stopped training consistently. Why? Because at that time I wanted to save some money because I was living in a different city. So my parents had to pay the rent, I didn't want to spend much, and it seemed like a logical decision. I thought I was saving money, but guys, I wasn't. I was sacrificing one of the foundations that kept me mentally strong. Slowly, in fact, I gained weight, my energy dropped, my confidence dropped. I became disciplined at making excuses. I'll start next week. I don't have time. I need to save money. And the habit that I developed wasn't training anymore. The habit was postponing. And that's when I realized something really huge. Nobody suddenly becomes undisciplined. They simply build discipline around the wrong actions. And guys, most people don't understand that, and don't understand that the cost of bad habits are huge. Bad habits don't just steal your time, they steal your identity. Imagine someone who tells themselves every Sunday, I'm going to start on Monday. Monday comes and nothing. The following Sunday, same promise, same result. And after enough broken promises, guys, you stop believing in yourself. And that's why confidence disappears. Because confidence isn't positive thinking. Confidence is self-trust. And self-trust, guys, is earned through action. Discipline is simply an act of self-respect when you do the good habits. Many people ask, how do I become more disciplined? I think that they are asking the wrong question. The better question is, how can I respect myself more? Because someone who respects themselves moves their body, feeds their body properly, protects their peace, works on their future. Not because they are perfect, because they know that they're worth taking care of. Discipline, in fact, as I told you in some videos before, isn't punishment. It's one of the purest form of self-respect. Every time that you keep a promise to yourself, in fact, you are telling that to your brain that your word matter. And every time you constantly break those promises, you're teaching yourself the opposite. Another thing that helped me becoming disciplined in the good way was changing my environment. And here there is a huge problem. Most people try to become disciplined in the good actions while staying in an environment that rewards bad habits. For example, they spend time with people who complain, who drink every weekend, who laugh at ambition, who normalize mediocrity. So then at that point they wonder why they are struggling. Guys, mindset is contagious. Standards even are contagious. If everyone around you accepts average, you eventually will too. And that's why it's so important to get close to people who already are living the way that you want to live, who achieve the results that you want to achieve. People who challenge you, people who inspire you, people who make discipline feel normal. Because your environment shapes inevitably your standards. Another way that helps you become disciplined is starting small. And here there is another mistake. People think that discipline means changing their entire life overnight. Wrong. Discipline starts with one or few promises but kept. One workout, one healthy meal, 1 hour without your phone, doing some meditation, reading one chapter of a book. Keep that promise, start small. And then you add another habit and you go. Because this discipline isn't built through huge moments, it's built through small action repeated consistently. So, to sum up, guys, I want you to remember one thing from this video. Stop saying that you are not disciplined, because it's not true. You already are. You are simply disciplined in the habits that are producing a life that you don't want. The same consistency that keeping you stuck, that is. So, you don't need to build a new personality. You don't need to have more motivation. You just need better habits. because your habits becomes your identity, and your identity becomes your life. So ask yourself, what I am disciplined at, what are the outcomes that I want to achieve, and what are the inputs. Okay? So don't watch this video and keep the same habits. Do something small today, not tomorrow, but today. So if you are serious about building better habits, becoming more disciplined, and taking control of your life, physically, emotionally, with identity, send me a message on Instagram. The link is in the description. Let's go.